It studies the individual economic units rather than the whole economic system. You're right. Microeconomics is the correct answer. The word economics originated from the Greek word oikonomia, which means dash. You chose management of household, and it is correct. Refers to the quantity of goods that a seller is willing to offer for sale. Exactly. Supply makes sense and it is right choice. Microeconomics approaches the study of economics from the viewpoint of dash. Nice work. You chose individual or specific markets, and it is correct. The three problems of economics is what to produce, how to produce, and dash. Nicely done. For whom it will be produced is a solid answer. Dash is an application of conclusion from the different economic theories. Smart pick. Applied economics is the correct choice. Economics is derived from a Greek word, oikonomia, or oikonomos, meaning. Excellent. Household management is a brilliant choice. How does the field of economics contribute to problem solving in society? Solid response. By using economic theories to address practical problems is a valid choice. Which of the following is the main objective for Applied Economics Week 7? Bravo! Contemporary issues affecting the Filipino entrepreneurs is the answer. Application of economic principles and theories to real-world situations. Perfect! Applied economics is the correct choice. It is the framework in which a society decides on its economic problems. Well done! Economic system is the right choice. What does the role of economics in the efficient running of a society? Clear logic. Your choice crucial is sound and 100% true. Why is the impact of economics on society a significant area of study? Valid point. To analyze how economic decisions affect individuals and communities is true. This refers to the resource mix and technology applied in production. Great thinking. How to produce is the right choice. What field of economics does study the markets of goods and services? Correct. Microeconomics is the right answer. Where do economic principles play a role in sustainable development? Smart move. In balancing economic growth with environmental and social concerns is an accurate answer. Dash. As social science has something to do with our everyday lives. Nice selection. Economics is the correct and valid answer. A legal entity that is separate from its owners, the shareholders. Strong choice. Corporation is the right answer. What is the field of economics that studies economics as a whole? Sharp thinking. Macroeconomics is the right choice. Where does the study of economics impact society most directly? On track. In shaping government policies and regulations is the correct answer. Why is it essential to study the core principles of economics? Good job. Your answer to make informed decisions in life works well here. The application of economic theories and models in real life. Correct response. Applied economics is the most accurate answer. What is the primary focus of economics in relation to ethics? Well picked. To explore the ethical dimensions of economic choices is the correct answer.
It is concerned with the overall performance of the economy.
Well reasoned. Macroeconomics is the correct choice.
Economics is said to deal mostly with the dash of resources.
Great job. Allocation is the accurate answer. This is an analysis of economics which deals what should be. Excellent choice. Normative economics is the right answer. The most essential in understanding the economy as a system. Good thinking. Microeconomics is the right answer. The resources required to make a product. You got it. Your choice 4 factors of production is right. Economics can be divided into 2 major branches, which is right again. Microeconomics and macroeconomics is a valid answer. Which of the following is not an assumption in economics? Right choice. Sweeping generalization is the best answer.
Economics is derived from Greek word oikonomia, meaning
Correct. Household management is the right answer.
this field of economics looks at the economy as a whole.
Smart pick. Macroeconomics is the correct choice.
It deals with the economic behavior of individual units.
Great job. Microeconomics is the accurate answer.
Study of economics in relation to real-world situations.
Smart move. Applied economics is an accurate answer. It is defined as limited nature of society's resources. Correct response. Scarcity is the most accurate answer. What is the relationship between economics and history? You chose economics shapes historical events, and it is correct. Which of the following is not a fallacies of economics? Exactly. Fallacy in perfect information makes sense, and it is right choice. What is the applicability of the theories of economics? Valid point. Very vast is true. The study of how society manages its scarce resources. You got it. Your choice economics is right. A study of economics can be describe all aspects of a sharp thinking. Country's economy is the right choice. When does economics come into play in decision making? On track. Always, in all aspects of life, is the correct answer. Why are the branches of economics important to study? Right again. To understand the diversity of economic activities and phenomena is a valid answer. Where do economics and sociology share common ground? Bravo! In understanding societal behavior and its economic aspects is the answer. It deals with economic behavior of the whole economy. Clear logic. Your choice macroeconomics is sound and 100% true. The following are divisions of economics, except dash. Well picked. Transportation is the correct answer. When does economics intersect with political science? Good thinking. When studying government policies and their economic implications is the right answer. Economics is a social science because it deals with. Well done. Human behavior is the right choice. The making, buying, and selling of goods and services.
Nicely done. Economics is a solid answer.
According to him, economics is a science of choice.
Excellent choice. Nordas is the right answer.
Where does the nature and scope of economics depend?
Good job. Your answer interaction of economic agents works well here.
Economics is a social science that deals with dash. Well reasoned. Human nature is the correct choice.
Which is true about economics as a social science.
Strong choice. Economics explains and predicts economic events is the right answer.
How many agent stakeholders does economics have? Perfect. 3 is the correct choice.
It is the value of the best foregone alternative.
Solid response. Opportunity cost is a valid choice. The amount of money we pay for a good or service.
Nice selection. Price is the correct and valid answer.
The efficient allocation of available resources. You're right. Economics is the correct answer.
What is the primary focus of applied economics?
Excellent. Applying economic theories to real-world issues is a brilliant choice.
They say that economics is the science of dash. Right choice. Decision-making is the best answer. What is the significance of applied economics?
Great thinking. It provides valuable insights for decision makers in various sectors is the right choice.
He introduced the phrase, applied economics.
Nice work. You chose John Neville Keynes, and it is correct.
Who is the origin of the study of economics?
Perfect. Adam Smith is the correct choice.
The Greek translation of the word economics.
You chose economia, and it is correct. What is economics primarily concerned with? Excellent choice. Understanding human behavior is the right answer.
As social science, economics can be more.
You're right. All of the above is the correct answer.
What is the year does economics evolved? Correct. 19th century is the right answer.
What are the 2 branches of economics?
Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer.
Reason why we are studying economics. Correct response. Scarcity is the most accurate answer. What is the subject you're taking up?
Right choice. Applied economics is the best answer.
The exchange of goods and services.
Nice selection. Trade is the correct and valid answer.
This is refer to what should be. Excellent. Normative economics is a brilliant choice.
Who is the father of economics?
Good thinking. Adam Smith is the right answer.
Economics is a science because.
On track. It can predict the future is the correct answer.
Greek word meaning oikonomia. Great job. Household management is the accurate answer. Economics is the study of dash. Well done. People making choices because of the problem of scarcity is the right choice. In economics, resources are.
Nice work. You chose anything used to create something else, And it is correct. Father of modern economics.
Great thinking. Adam Smith is the right choice.
Studies individual income.
Good job.
Your answer, microeconomics, works well here.
Another word for money. Valid point. Currency is true.
What is mixed economy?
Solid response. Market-based economic system with limited government involvement is a valid choice.
Economics is dash.
Nicely done. Studying goods, services, and how people can get them is a solid answer.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Sharp thinking. Contact Narayan Changder is the right choice.